Hello, hon! How excited are you for your last ever day of high school? Yeah, Mom. Really excited for sure. Well, I bet you're not as excited as you are for your graduation party! Oh, right, my graduation party. It's going to be so fantastic, Peg! I just can't wait for you to see what all I have planned! Oh, so you're planning a big one then, huh? Oh, well, not too big, only about 100 people or so. 100 people? Mom. Well, what? Shouldn't all of our friends and family be here to celebrate your wonderful achievement? Do we even know 100 people? I'm just so proud of you, dear. I'm so thrilled. Thrilled for your success, and also because now I get to throw you a big party. Well, I know how much you love to throw parties, Mom. Oh, are you kidding? You know I always wanted to be a party planner, right? I've told you this, yes? Yeah, only about a frickin' 1,000 times, Mom. I know, I keep threatening to go back to school for it, but one day I'll shock you all and really do it. You have to have a degree to do that? Well, the good ones do. Anyway, I know your father doesn't want to have anything big, but Dad doesn't want to have anything at all. Well, of course he doesn't. He never wants to do anything fun. And of course he never wants people over at the house. And now you're inviting 100 of them. Well, it's more like an open house, you know. People can come and go as they please. Well, whatever. And just imagine the gift count, Peg, with all of those people. Oh, Mom, please tell them no gifts. I really don't want anything. What, are you out of your mind? That's one of the reasons to have the party. Don't all of your friends talk about how they can clean up at their graduation parties? Yeah, but I don't care about that. As a matter of fact, the whole thing just makes me really uncomfortable. Oh, stop it. You won't be uncomfortable when you're spending it all this summer. In fact, I'm sure that you'll be quite comfortable indeed. But isn't that precisely what you should be encouraging me not to do, blowing it all over the summer instead of saving it for my freshman year? Theoretically, yes, but I know how teenagers really are. Well, apparently you don't know me at all then, because I'd probably just shove it into my sock drawer and forget about it. Oh, honey, who knows if there will even be a freshman year if you don't choose a school soon? I know, but you know I'm holding out. What, for Keaton? Just because your friend Bobby is going there? Mom? Well, I'm sorry, but just because you were best friends in high school doesn't mean you have to be together forever, you know? Just leave it, please. Anyway, darling, I just wanted to wish you a wonderful last day of school, and when you get home, you can take a look at the invitations. Okay, great, Mom. Bye.
Hey, Peggy, have you decided on a school yet?
Hello to you too, Dad.
Oh, hello, sweetie. How are you?
I'm a little bit stressed out, actually.
Oh no, why are you stressed? What's going on?
Well, actually, I'm a little bit stressed because it seems like it's either Mom bugging me about this graduation party, or you bugging me about schools, or both, and I just finished my last day of high school ever.
Well, I'm sorry, honey, but if you don't decide in the next 2 weeks, you're going to community college.
So, what's wrong with that? Our city is the best community college in the state.
But it's still a community college.
Oh, come on, seriously? Community colleges have come a very long way, Mr. Elitist.
Well, that's certainly more important than any stupid party.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Why are you holding out for this Keaton school anyway?
Because it's a really good school, Dad.
Is it really? Or is it just because that weird friend of yours is going there? Your mom told me all about it.
Oh, did she now? Well, what does she know about it?
She knows plenty, and don't you know it doesn't matter if a friend is with you? That's not the point of college, dear.
Well, maybe I want to be with my friend. What's so wrong about that?
Can't you two just Zoom or whatever?
We're the Zoom generation, Dad, and we've had plenty of it.
Well, I just don't think you should be basing all of your future life decisions based on where someone else wants to go to college.
Well, what about you?
What about me?
You transferred so you could be with Mom back when you two were in college.
Yes, but that was different.
And what was so different about it?
We were in love, that's what. Friends come and go, Peg. Sooner or later, you need to grow up and realize that.
Dad, I can make my own decisions, okay?
Yeah, and you can make your own mistakes, too, and it's your mother and I who are going to end up paying for them.
Well, then maybe Mom shouldn't spend so much on some stupid party.
Don't worry, I'm going to be talking to her about that. This thing is going to be scaled down quick, and I mean real quick.
Well, good, because I don't even care if I have a party.
What's with all these parties for kids these days? You get a party for doing something you're supposed to do? That's nonsense.
Well, I don't know if it's nonsense in the general sense, but it's just of no interest to me.
You're different, Peg. You always have been.
If you had any idea, Dad. Hey, Bobby. How's it going? Oh, hey, Peg. What's up? Nothing. I'm just bored already. And it's only the first day of summer vacation. Although, I guess it's not really a vacation now, is it? No more high school for us. Yeah, thank God. I can't wait to start at Keaton. Yeah, me either. So, you got accepted there? Yep. Yes, I did. I just got the letter, actually. That's why I'm texting you. Oh, well, congratulations then, Peg. That's awesome. Yeah, now we can finally be college girls together just like we always talked about in junior high. Well, that was junior high, Peg. Yeah, I know, and all these years later, it's finally coming true. Wow, great. We can be roommates and take classes together and join the same sorority. Yeah, for sure. I'm so pumped, Bobby. This really is going to be amazing. The next chapter of our lives is just about to start. Right, definitely. So, my mom was asking if you're coming to my open house this weekend? Oh, yeah, for sure. You know I wouldn't miss it for the world. Well, I just want to get it over with. Ugh, tell me about it. My mom wants to throw me this big party, and my dad doesn't at all, and I just don't care either way. So, can you believe it? We're finally done? It's crazy, and kind of sad in a way, don't you think? I guess so. Maybe. Aren't you going to miss seeing all of those same people every day, though? Honestly, I'm ready for some new people, Peg. Oh yeah, me too. Totally. Listen, I've got to go. I'm going to Emily Moeller's open house, I guess. Oh, really? Hers is today? Yeah. Well, I'll get dressed to meet you there then. Doesn't she have, like, a massive house? Yeah, I guess so. All right, well, I'll see you soon. Okay, Peg. See you soon. Peg, have you invited all of your friends yet? Yes, Mom. Everyone is aware. So, is there an approximate RSVP? I don't know. Not really. It's an open house, right? Yes, but I still need an approximate number of people that will be attending, Peg. I mean, how am I supposed to plan it otherwise? I thought you said you were expecting 100. That's 100 people we know. Now I need people that you know. I don't know anyone, Mom. What? What are you talking about? You have friends. I thought I did, but I think I just have acquaintances. Well, what about that Bobby that you're always talking about? She's your friend, right? Yeah, I guess so, but I don't know. She kind of did something that really hurt my feelings. Oh no, what did she do, dear? Did she sleep with your boyfriend? What? No, Mom, I don't even have a boyfriend. Oh, well, what did she do then? Well, she said she was going to this girl's open house tonight, so I said that I would meet her there. Yes, so did you go? I thought you'd been home all day. Well, I did, but I didn't stay very long. She stood me up. She stood you up? Was it a date or something? No, Mom, it wasn't a date. But she said she was going to be there and she never showed. I mean, it was her idea, for crying out loud. Well, did you try calling her? Maybe she just got held up in traffic or something. Calling, texting, everything. She didn't respond. Oh dear. Well, honey, that's so unusual. Something is probably wrong. Yeah, no crap, Mom. I mean, something is probably wrong with her phone or something. Why don't you just go over to her house and knock? I don't want to bug her. But if you two are friends, how would you be bugging her? I don't know, I'm just kind of picking up this vibe from her, even before she stood me up. Vibe? What kind of a vibe? Well, I don't know, almost like she doesn't want to see me. Oh, well, perhaps you two are just drifting apart, dear. Oh, thanks, Mom, that makes me feel so much better about everything. Well, I'm sorry, honey, but these things do happen in relationships, you know, especially in times of mutual transition such as yours. Mutual transition? Yes, you know, the two of you graduating together and all. Oh, well, yeah, I guess that's a moment of transition. Of course it is. It's only the biggest of your life so far. Which is why we're celebrating. I don't want to celebrate drastic, dramatic, traumatizing changes in my life, Mom. But darling, it's a party. You love parties. I've hated parties ever since I was a little kid. Oh, nonsense. Did you ever see me clamoring for a birthday party, Mom? Did you ever hear me even asking for presents? Well, no, not exactly. In fact, I think I remember crying at one point or another at every birthday party I've ever had. Oh, that is nonsense. Is it? Well, why don't we just consult the videotapes? Oh, that's okay, I believe you, but why can't you just enjoy this party for my sake then? You want me to fake enjoying a party just so you can enjoy it more? So everyone can enjoy it more, Peg. We don't want you doing your usual moping around routine while everyone else is having a good time now, do we? No, of course not. Why would we ever want that? How about if you actually plaster on a smile and act like a grateful little girl, I will buy you whatever you want up to $100 limit. You don't have to do that, Mom. I'll be a happy little graduate, I promise. Oh, well, good. And I'm sure Bobby will show up for that, if she isn't, lying dead in a ditch somewhere. Mom? Yes, hun? Nothing.
Hey, Peg, what's the latest on the school front?
Dad, please.
What, 1 more week and that's it, Peg?
Just give me a little while longer, okay?
I just do not understand why you are so obsessed with the idea of this Keaton school. I'm not even sure it's that good of one.
Well, it is, believe me.
Yeah, well, I'm still waiting on the evidence for that.
Why do you care so much where I'm going to school anyway?
Because I'm the one paying for it. That's why I'm investing in your future.
Oh, so that's what I am to you? Just another investment?
Come on, that's not what I meant. You always take things the wrong way. You're just like your mother.
Well, how else could I have taken it?
Just pick a school, Peg. Or is it Hillshire Community, 5 days and counting?
Oh, 5 days until that and my terrible graduation party?
Yeah, well, that's a whole other story.
What's a whole other story?
I think your mother has really gone off the deep end with this whole party thing. I'm beginning to be seriously concerned.
Yeah, well, you should be worried about my well-being, Dad.
She's popping those pep pills of hers like there's no tomorrow, talking that party day in and day out.
Maybe she's having a manic episode or something.
Well, I'm truly terrified for this party. I'm afraid she's going to rent a herd of elephants from the circus or something.
Can't we just have an intervention or something? Get her alone in a room and tell her that this needs to stop?
I don't think that's going to work for your mother, dear. When she gets her heart set on something, she gets it set on something.
Yeah, and we all have to pay the price for her latest obsessions. First it was scuba diving, then it was mosaic paintings, now it's party planning. It never ends.
That's just the way she is, Peg. You can't fault her for that, or be too judgmental.
I'm not being judgmental, I'm just worried about her because she's clearly mentally ill. And you've been ignoring it for way too long, Dad.
I'm not ignoring, Peg. How could anyone ignore that? I'm just beaten down by it. She's exhausting.
Oh yeah? Is that why you're totally obsessed with whatever school I go to? Just as a distraction from whatever issues Mom is having that day?
Of course not, honey. I'm worried about your future. I've explained this countless times by now.
Well, what about my happiness, Dad? What about me? Doesn't what I want count for anything?
Of course it does, but what you want isn't practical, dear.
Isn't practical? What do you mean it isn't practical?
I know you've been too afraid to tell me, dear.
Tell you what, Dad?
That you were rejected by Keaton.
But how did you know?
I'm sure you found out because they sent you an email. Well, they sent a paper copy, too. I saw it first and opened it. I'm sorry, Peg.
Dad, why did you do that? How could you?
Well, why have you been lying to me for a month now? How could you do that? And your mother, too?
Because I was hoping there was some mistake, or I could write them a letter and they'd reconsider. I don't know.
Honey, it's fine. The schools that accepted you are better anyway.
But I don't want another school. I want to be with Bobby.
Oh, okay, well, I didn't realize that relationship was so important to you.
No, of course you didn't. How could you?
What is that supposed to mean?
It means you've never gotten to know me, ever, as an adult. You just want me to be a straight-A student.
Honey, you've only been an adult for 3 months.
You know what I mean.
Where is all of this coming from, Peggy? Of course I know you. I'm your father. I know you better than anybody does.
No, you don't. Bobby does.
Okay, whatever.
What?
Your mother told me about her, how she stood you up at the open house. Did you ever find her?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. She finally answered her phone.
Oh yeah? And what was her excuse?
She suddenly fell ill and went to bed. Her phone was off.
Oh yeah? She suddenly fell ill right after you'd made plans, and then she didn't inform you of it?
Why are you putting ideas in my head, Dad? What's your problem?
I'm just saying. Sometimes you feel one way about a person, they feel a different way about you.
Well, thanks for the advice, Dad. Yet again.
Choose a school, Peg.
Hey, Bobby, how are you feeling? Better, I hope. Can I bring you anything? Oh, no, Peg, I'm fine. Seriously, I feel a lot better, thanks. Oh, great. I'm happy to hear that. Well, how have you been? I mean, it's just that I haven't really heard from you all week. Well, I've just been really busy, you know? Yeah, well, me too. You know, just planning this party and all. So, are you excited for yours? Oh, actually, you know what, Peg? We decided not to have it. Wait, what do you mean? Well, I mean that we decided to cancel my open house. But why? When did this happen? Why didn't you tell me? Well, it just happened. It was just too much for my mom, you know? So I see you haven't taken the invite down on Facebook, though. Oh, well, that's my mom's thing. Bobby, I've had just about enough of this already. Enough of what, Peg? Enough of this. I don't know what. Whatever it is that's going on between us. I don't want to talk about it, okay, Peg? But, Bobby, I know you feel the same way I do. You have to, right? And why do I have to? Because didn't that night mean anything to you? It did to me. We kissed one time like 2 years ago, Peg, so what? We were just experimenting. It was more than once, Bobby. Whatever, I only remember the one time. But we're so close. We've been so close since middle school. We are. I don't know, Peg. Were? It's just that maybe it's time to make a clean break, you know? It's the end of high school, we're going to college, maybe we've drifted apart. But what about Keaton? What about it? I mean, I thought that we were going to be roommates. I thought we were going to conquer the world together. Peg, just cut it out, okay? I know you were never accepted. You what? My mom and I ran into your dad while grocery shopping. He told me all about it. Why? Why would he do that? I don't know, but he did. He was probably only trying to protect you, Peg. Protect me? Protect me from what? From yourself. I don't understand why you're torturing yourself about this. About what, Bobby? About me. About following me wherever I go. About being totally obsessed with me. I am not obsessed with you. Yes, you are. You've convinced yourself that we're some kind of a couple or something. It's crazy, Peg. Bobby, why are you saying all of this? You know none of it is true. It is true, Peg. It is true. But you know what isn't? I lied to you about being sick. You what? But why? I didn't want to see you that day, Peg. In fact, I didn't want to see you again, yet you insisted on butting in yet again. You didn't want to see me again? But what about your party? What about my party? I lied about my party too, okay? I didn't cancel it. I just didn't want you to come. And I'm not coming to yours. And I doubt anyone else will either. Why are you being so cruel, Bobby? Because being cruel is the only way you'll listen. It's the only way that you'll leave me alone. Bobby, we're best friends. Best friends? Do best friends lie to each other about getting accepted to schools? You lied to me too, Bobby. Apparently our whole freaking relationship has been a lie. Look, I'm sorry, okay? We were best friends in junior high and freshman and sophomore year, but we've been drifting ever since, Peg. Haven't you noticed? I just thought we had other stuff going on. It's not like we didn't still talk all the time and hang out. I know, but Peg, don't you get it? People change. I was changing. You weren't. I have to go. Please don't call or text me again. Bobby, why are you doing this? What did I do? I'm sorry that I tried to follow you to Keaton, okay? I don't have to go there. Peg, you're delusional. You aren't going there because they don't want you. Now goodbye. Bobby, wait. Please. Peggy, will you please come out of your room already? People are beginning to arrive. I don't want to, Mom. You don't want to? What do you mean you don't want to? This is your party, Peg. You're the one who's graduated. So what? Who cares? Graduated to what? Being alone? What is wrong with you, Peg? I am so tired of this negative attitude of yours. Yeah, well, you won't have to put up with it for much longer. What does that mean? Are you moving out? Did you get accepted someplace else? Yeah, Northeastern. Oh, well, honey, that's a fantastic school. Your father will be so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, well, it wasn't my first choice. Well, with your grades, you're lucky you got accepted anywhere. What the hell, Mom? Would you please just come out of that room? People are bringing lots of envelopes, Peg. Well, you can open them yourself then. Oh, come on, young lady, get down here right now before I come in there and drag you out. I don't feel well, Mom. Please, just let me sleep. But you promised me that you would plaster on a fake smile and white-knuckle your way through this thing. Whatever happened to that? It's called depression. You should try it sometime. That's it. I'm putting your father on. Honey, this is your father. I'm on Mom's phone. Yes, Dad, I can tell. Listen, I know you didn't want this stupid party. I didn't want it either. You might want to watch what you say if you're on her phone, Dad. It's nothing she doesn't already know. But anyway, I know you didn't want it. I get it. I'm the same way as you. And I was at that age, too. What do you mean? You know, moody, heartbroken all the time. Yeah, well, this time I'm really heartbroken. Yeah, I figured. Bobby? What? No. It's okay. I know you pretty well. Don't tell Mom, okay? I won't. I promise. Which means delete these texts as soon as we're done, okay? Yeah, of course. But I just wanted to let you know that I know what it's like to have unrequited love. Oh, really? You do you? Of course I do. Everyone does. Well, not everyone. No, trust me. Everyone. And it's okay. You are gonna be okay. I just feel like I'm about 2 inches tall, Dad. Yeah, well, that's better than 1 inch. I guess. Come on down to the party, hun. Tell us all about Northeastern. Your Aunt Michelle just got here. It'll be great. So now you're happy about having a bunch of people over? No, of course not. I'm just happy that in a few hours it'll all be over. Yeah, well, you can say that again.
You know, you really are starting to get quite the stack of envelopes here.
Well, that's very generous of everyone.
It certainly is. When I graduated high school, we didn't have anything like that. That was for rich kids. Now you kids get it, and you don't even care.
Well, I think I care now more than I did a few weeks ago.
Oh, well that's good, I guess. Glad to see that you've finally come to your senses.
Yeah, well, I guess in a way I did. Maybe I know where I belong now.
You're a good kid, Peg. Why don't you come on down, have a piece of cake, enjoy the day?
All right, fine. I'll be right down. I guess I don't want to waste the day.
You only have so many, you know. Someday you'll remember that.
Dad, that unrequited love you were talking about, who was she?
Oh, Donna Hayward, the love of my life from 8th to 11th grade.
What happened in 11th grade?
She made it clear to me that my love will forever be unrequited.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Well, it sounds silly, but still hurts a little bit, even after all these years. But the wounds callous over and we live on to fight another day.
Just like I will?
Just like you will, girl.
Thanks, Dad. Now, delete these texts.
Deleting.
Peg used the money that she got from the graduation party to rent an apartment in town and pay her first tuition installments at Hillshire Community College. She didn't tell her parents for 6 months, but then it was too late for them to try to stop her. She works full-time and has made friends both there and in her classes. She never hears from Bobby and manages to avoid thinking about her, her first sad brush with unrequited love, most of the time.